Order in the court. Oedipus versus the kingdom now in session. Oedipus, please enter. Will the plaintiff please enter? Will the plaintiff please state your claim against the defendant?
My client states that he saw Oedipus murder the king and 7 armed men some years ago at a crossroads.
Oedipus, do you have any type of rebuttal to defend yourself with?
I'm going to let my lawyer speak for me.
My client said that what he did out of self-defense, and he did what he had to do to survive the situation.
Mr. Bell, would you like to call any witnesses to the stand at this time?
Yes, I would like to call my client to the stand. What do you remember seeing the day of the murder?
Me and my king were traveling back from some official business when we came to a crossroads where we met Oedipus, and he wouldn't move out the way, and so my king took action with a horse whip, and then Oedipus began his attack.
Do you believe the defendant took some sort of sick joy out of this?
I don't think it was premeditated, but it seemed like once he got started that he couldn't stop.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Johnson, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, I would, Your Honor. On the day of the incident, why were you with the king?
We were on some official business.
So you're just a humble shepherd traveling with the king on confidential business. Are you trying to protect his loyal sheep?
I can't tell you exactly why I was with the king that day because I've been sworn not to tell. You're just going to keep asking me that and you're just wasting your time.
So if my client Oedipus here was killing everybody with no mercy, how did you get lucky enough to escape?
I was just in the right place to be able to escape.
So you wouldn't say you showed any mercy by my client?
First time he really even saw me was when he looked up after killing my king. He started towards me, but then he just ran away.
So what you're telling me is that my client here spared your life because he knew that you had no business being
That's
there?
not what I'm saying.
No more questions, y'all.
You may take your seat. Mr. Bell, would you like to call any other witnesses to the stand?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to call Oedipus to the stand. Why were you at the crossroads?
I was heading to the next town over.
When did you first see the king?
I did not see him directly until after he whipped me and his men knocked me to the ground.
What did he do after he supposedly whipped you?
It's a little blurry since it's been so long. I believe that as soon as he whipped me, he and his men attacked me and I started defending myself again. I killed the guard in self-defense and hit the king. Then the king hit me with his whip one more time. Then I was on top of him before he could draw his sword. I told him to leave me alone and I would let him go, but he yelled back at me, "You'll never get away with this, and I will make sure your death is arranged."
So this is a confession. You did kill him out of anger.
No, that's not what I said.
Order in the court. Bell, back to your seat now.
Yes, Your Honor.
I will go consult with the jury and come back with a decision. After further review, the court has decided that Oedipus is innocent. He will be released immediately.
Oh, crap!
Order in the court.
We now introduce to you Black Madonna Honey.
Has your honey been leaving you depressed?
Yes.
Do you expect more from your honey?
Yes.
Well, then you need Black Madonna honey.
Now, why in the world would I need that?
He's going to tell you why.
Because it's locally made.
Go on.
It is scientifically proven to relieve you of all the allergies in this area.
Well, how much is a jar?
It's not as much as you think. It's only $1.95.
Where can we get it at?
Since we only sell to local shop owners, you can buy it pretty much anywhere in town.
Huh, we'll see about that.
I want some now.
Here, take this.
I promise you the farm is completely kid-friendly. It's been cleared of all wild animals.
Holy crap, is that a badger?
What?
Order in the court. Will the plaintiff please enter? Will the defendant please enter? Plaintiff, please make your opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor, my client claims that the defendant, Mary Maloney, killed her husband in cold blood.
Defendant, please make your opening statement.
My client is innocent. The claim is a false statement in the matter that there is no proof of this claim that my client committed this awful crime.
Plaintiff, would you like to make any statements or call anyone to the stand?
Yes, I'd like to call the defendant, Mary Maloney, to the stand. Miss Maloney, where were you the night your husband was killed?
I went to town to pick up some things for supper.
What did you find when you returned back to your residence?
I found my husband laying on the ground dead.
And what did you do then?
Well, I called the police and then sat a while and began to cry. When the police arrived at the scene, I cooked them some supper.
Why'd you cook them supper?
They've been out all night, working hard. They've been at my house for a long time. I thought it'd be my duty to cook them supper.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Defendant, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
I would, Your Honor. Did you kill your husband?
No, I did not.
Is there any proof that the plaintiffs here have against you that you did kill your husband?
I don't believe so.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Defendant, would you like to call anyone to the stand or make any statements?
Your Honor, I would. I would like to call Mr. Jack to the stand. I understand you were on the scene of a crime the night the murder happened.
Yes, I was.
What appeared to have happened that night?
Mr. Maloney had been struck in the back of the head by a blunt object and killed on impact.
What type of force would it take to kill a man like Mr. Maloney?
It had to take somebody really trying to get somebody out of the way.
Could a young, small woman like this do such a thing?
Judging by the angle of impact and the mark on the back of his head, it proves that he didn't know somebody was in the house, and it could have been somebody of her height.
So if he didn't know that she was in the house, then why do you suspect his own wife? That would have clearly been in the house with him.
Because he's the only person that she's the only person he wouldn't have suspected.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Plaintiff, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
No, Your Honor.
All right. At this time, we will take a 3-hour recess and wait for the arrival of potential evidence. Court adjourned. Order in the court. Plaintiff, has the potential evidence arrived?
Yes, Your Honor.
Will you please present the evidence on my desk?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The court will take another 1-hour recess and determine whether to continue the court case or propose sentencing. Court adjourned. Order in the court. Based on the potential evidence presented by the plaintiff, Jack Noonan, court shall not proceed due to ruling evidence. The evidence is such a strong factor, sentencing will now take place. For Ms. Maloney, I sentence you to 1 count of life in prison with no chance of parole. Court adjourned. Order in the court. Will the plaintiff please enter?
Who's the plaintiff?
The plaintiff.
My bad.
Restart it.
I promise you, it is completely kid-friendly. The farm has been cleared of every wild animal we can think of that lives in this area.
Is that a badger?
What?
Ah!